Hello, friends. This is Mac Payne here, founder, owner, and operator of the Vietnam Veteran News Podcast, where we bring you news about the Vietnam War and the brave veterans who served there, as told to you by yours truly, a Vietnam veteran. In this short video, I bring you some very interesting news. I have just published another episode of my podcast. This episode is a little different. Usually on this podcast, I talk about subjects dealing with the Vietnam War. Some of them are like blood and guts and shooting and killing and all that sort of thing. Serious subjects. But in this episode, it's going to be different. This episode is filled with humor and levity. It is a story submitted by Ron Mosbaugh, the pride of Joplin, Missouri, who has been a frequent contributor to this podcast. Most of the time, Ron would talk about his experiences in Vietnam as a field corpsman with the U.S. Marines. Even though he was in the Navy, he served with the Marines, and it was tough. For 13 months, he would go out almost every day on patrols, whatever, and they would almost always encounter the bad guys. And Ron saw some terrible, terrible things when he was acting as a field corpsman. But Ron did retain his sense of humor. In the previous episode of this podcast, I featured a letter written by his brother, Don, that had to do with the things they ran into as identical twins. But Ron has a real sense of humor about that. And Ron said, if my brother Don can talk about what it was like to be an identical twin, so can I. Ron has a real acute sense of humor. When you hear these stories, I guarantee you will laugh. He has 3 of them he's going to tell you, and they are really funny. I enjoy them so much, I've got to tell you about it. And encourage you to go over to the podcast and listen to episode 3266. I call it A Bit of Levity. And if you like humor, as they say down on Bayou Du Large in South Louisiana, I guarantee you will enjoy listening to this episode. So please do yourself a favor and go listen to it. Just for your convenience, I have created 3 easy, simple, and free ways you can immediately connect to that podcast episode. The first and the easiest is to just go down below this 1965 version of a Philco TV set, and there you should find a link that'll take you straight to the podcast and that particular episode. You can start listening immediately, and real soon you'll be laughing. I know. If for some reason you cannot access that link down there, as Crocodile Dundee would always say, no worries. I have for you a website you can go to. It will take you straight to the episode. All you've got to do is go here, VietnamVeteranNews.com. Click on that and you'll be there real quick. But wait, there's more. I didn't just stop there. For anyone who likes to work with QR codes, I have you covered. That's right. Just for you, I created a QR code of this podcast episode. If you like to use QR codes, here it is. Just for you. Now don't worry, if you can't get it here, it'll be on the end of this short video for several moments. That'll give you plenty of time to get out your cell phone, turn on the camera, point it at this code, and you'll be there listening to Ron Mosbaugh's humor about being an identical twin. Before you go there, please do me a favor. Like this video. Not just because I like people to say, hey, I like your video. The reason I ask you to like this video is because the more likes this video receives, the more often YouTube will put it on display. That's what we want. We want more people to hear this humor from Joplin, Missouri by Ron and Don Mosbaugh. While you're at it, you can also subscribe to my YouTube channel. That'll do it too. So with that in mind, I'm going to end this video so you can go over and listen to this humorous story from Joplin, Missouri. Thank you very much for listening, and here is the code. Were you able to connect with the code? If not, I'll leave it up there for you just a little longer. So have at it. Again, I have to thank you one more time. Thank you so much for listening to this video. Please go over and listen to the podcast number 3266. We'll talk soon.